Greetings and welcome to week 1 of Scientific Research Methodology MOOC. In this section of M1.5 Elements of Research Methodology Part 2, we will consider experimental design and data documentation and analysis. We will now consider data documentation and analysis. If the research problem is considered the heart of the research study, the data documentation and its analysis could be compared to its brain, as all the information that is gathered has to be processed in order to bring about a meaningful interpretation of the research study. By the end of whatever experimental studies are performed, the results obtained, which may be in terms of numbers or categories, generate a large data. Therefore, it is very important that right from the start of this process, all the data is recorded in a regular and meticulous manner. With the advancement in computational technique, the data can be stored easily and can be assorted in a quick manner. However, it is a good laboratory practice that there is a record book maintained where daily observations and the raw data is entered. It should be ensured that the data fed in the computer device has a regular backup. The data analysis can be done by standard methods, tools available in statistics. Though the statistical techniques are beyond the scope of this course, we would just discuss the basic methods of analysis. The popular method is of expressing the results in terms of mean plus or minus ST. This interpretation is done by calculating the average of the readings obtained of a particular experimental set and the standard deviation, that is SD, as a measure of dispersion of each reading from the mean. ST is calculated by taking the square root of variance, which is the measure of variability of the collected data. In the experiments carried out with different samples chosen from a given large population, each of these sets will have their own mean and ST. In such a case, standard error of means SEM is considered, which represents the measure of dispersion SD around the mean of the given population. Another technique widely used, especially in biological science research studies, is analysis of variance, ANOVA. ANOVA is further of two types, one-way ANOVA and two-way ANOVA. One-way ANOVA. It analyzes the data having only one independent variable and multiple dependent variables. The analysis of variability of the data within the group and between the groups can be done using one-way ANOVA. Two-way ANOVA. Here, it analyzes the data having two independent variables and multiple dependent variables. Two-way ANOVA not only helps in interpreting the variability observed within the group and between the groups with respect to each of the independent variables, but also helps in analyzing the effect caused due to interaction between these two variables. Finally, to draw out the conclusion from the analysis performed, the significance of the results obtained has to be tested. These are called tests of significance and vary as per the experimental designs in relation to the variables chosen and the statistical analysis methods applied. These would confirm the validity of the hypothesis that the researcher had framed at the start of the research study. Therefore, this is called hypothesis testing. As per accepting or rejecting the null hypothesis and accordingly accepting the alternative hypothesis or not, the research study could then be concluded. Thank you for completing week 1 M1.5.